Welcome back, my friends, from this amazing holiday week. I hope you spent time with family and just generally relaxed and cleared your mind and got away from the craziness because, boy, is it getting crazy. We got big news, so much news over the past week, and some very important news that may be a bit esoteric, but you need to hear. First, Elon Musk has announced Twitter amnesty, and there are reports that it will begin today. Now, I don't know for sure. But I'm seeing on Twitter people saying things like, we're going to see the return of many prominent Trump world individuals, notably a man who is in the news dominating headlines right now, Milo. Now, he came on Timcast IRL. He said he did Twitter. He accomplished what he wanted to accomplish. He basically beat the platform. Like he did it, and he doesn't need to come back. But I don't know, man. I got to say, there's a lot of news around Milo right now. And if Elon Musk is granting general amnesty, then Alex Jones returns, Milo Yiannopoulos returns, Laura Loomer returns. Not like they're on good terms or anything like that. I don't know. There's like tweets going around. But I want to say this. Alex Jones' return changed the game. Now, Elon Musk said he won't do it. But if he does general amnesty, I mean, that means Alex Jones is back. Unless he carves out that he will not bring him back. But I will say one thing. I didn't hear from Milo for a long time. No, I didn't know him. I met him once at an event passively. I knew people who knew him. But the first real conversation I ever had with the guy was on Timcast IRL. And he got canceled. He got banned. He got smeared. He got defamed. And he said controversial things. But the right really came for him. Not so much as the left did. I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know everything about his history. But I will say, upon learning about what's going on now, which maybe we'll get into later, I'm just like, canceling this guy was probably the worst thing you could have done. Because what he ended up doing is becoming, working in the background. He ends up working for Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now you've got this news about him working with Ye and other stuff like that. So I don't think suspending people and shutting them out is a good thing. Obviously, for the people who want to speak and be heard. But I also think that if you silence and shut people down, their only option is to work in the shadows. And then you don't know who they are. You don't know where they are. You don't know what they're doing. And in many ways, it's beneficial. So Elon Musk is going to be granting general amnesty. And the media is losing their minds. I love this. Let me tell you why what Elon Musk is doing is so important. For one, I believe in free speech, even for those with abhorrent views. We had Milo on Timcast IRL. Say what he's got to say. Then we did the uncensored show with him. Say more about what you got to say. And we argued about tact and strategy and stuff like that. We disagreed. But I think he's a smart guy. Having actually listened to him for the first time, it was very, very interesting to hear these thoughts after so many years. Shutting people down doesn't work. They keep working. That was the point I'm trying to make. Bringing them back into the public light allows the public to better understand who they are and what they think. And you will find that many of these people who are silenced find ways to accumulate power. But when you let them speak, people say, I don't really want to associate with that guy. I'm not referring to Milo specifically. But maybe, some people are criticizing him right now. But there's a lot of people who have abhorrent views that you probably didn't realize. And when they're silenced, you might be like, this is just a guy who programs video games. You get him on Twitter and you're like, yo, that dude's crazy. Stuff like that. Well, here's Axios saying that they're scared of hate online. Oh, grow up, dude. Seriously. There's a bigger and more important reason that I'm a big fan of Elon Musk right now, baby. And it's this tweet from Gnome Blum. Bleep bloop, kind of weird that Elon Musk gets to decide how 500 million people communicate. Bleep, way too much power for one erratic individual to wield, don't you think? Bloop. It's amazing. Gnome Blum at Neon Taster highlighted all of these tweets that are identical. Lisa says, kind of weird that Elon Musk gets to decide how 500 million people communicate. Way too much power for one erratic individual to wield, don't you think? Daniel Bell, identical phrase. Greta Crown said the exact same thing. Aha. And here we see Alexander Vindman, the guy behind the first impeachment of Trump, tweeted, kind of weird that Elon Musk gets to decide how 500 million people communicate. Way too much power for one erratic individual to wield, don't you think? Now, his tweet is edited. Interesting. I wonder what that means. But the strange thing is he's the verified account. And then there's dozens quoting the exact same thing. Identical statements. Identical. Elon Musk says they're bots in human form. Note, spamming, whether done by a set of humans or bots, is against the terms of service. Vindman is both puppet and puppeteer. Question is, who pulls his strings? Really? So Alexander Vindman tweets something. They tweeted it all around the exact same time. It says, from when the screenshot was taken by Noam Blum, they all say 8 hours ago. And then you have this other big list where it's 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 6 hours. But it looks like Vindman may have been the first to tweet this, considering his tweet was edited. Is he operating bot accounts? Here's what we know. We know that the U.S. government has been purchasing fake social media accounts that are used to manipulate the public. Here's how it works. You, a regular individual, watch the news. You see a story about, China protests. And then you say something like, man, these protests are really great. People are standing up against their government. Then all of a sudden you start getting trolled. A bunch of people start responding to you saying, like, are you insane? This is destabilizing a country. This is nuts. The pandemic's going to get worse. We need these lockdowns. And you see 10 people all say the exact same thing. All of a sudden you get a sinking feeling. You're like, whoa, am I on the wrong side of this one? Am I going to be ostracized or shunned? That's how sock puppetry works. Using pressure tactics to convince people to join the masses. But they're not masses. It's one guy. One guy running 10 accounts, tweeting a bunch of things at you to make you think you have pissed off everyone. That's why you're probably seeing all of these people say the exact same thing as Vindman in a very creepy way. Now, to any sane human who reads these messages, you're going to be like, that's crazy. But not everybody is actually seeing all of the tweets. They're only seeing one or two. That's the point. When they're identical like this, the goal is mass reach. When they're targeting an individual, the goal is to target the individual. And this is what you get. Elon Musk tweeted that he's going to force the psyops. Oh, actually, here we go. Elon Musk tweeted this meme. It says, I don't care about this particular psyop, honestly. And it's a Pepe. No, it's not a Pepe. That's the other one. I can't remember the name of the frog. Apu? Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't know the frog meme. Sorry, guys. I think it's Apu something. And he's smoking a cigar saying, I don't care about the psyop. Elon Musk said, well, at the very least, I'll make him pay $8. I said that before, didn't I? You remember it. That these government manipulations, these bots that try and manipulate the public, they're not going to have to spend $8. Elon Musk is trying to create a space where verified users that they prove that they're human and they can remain anonymous speak. And that means the bots are gone. And I think this has a lot to do with Elon Musk saying we should not have World War III. And then all the bots being like, no, we should. And he was like, okay, hey, wait a minute. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants World War III. Bots, presumably, were voting in his poll to manipulate it. Here's what's funny. Elon Musk tweets, should Donald Trump be returned to the platform? 52% say yes. Elon then says it was funny to see the bots in action, the bot attack. Some people suggested the poll he did was a honey trap to track all of the bot IPs and then nuke them in a single sweep. Something interesting happened then. Elon Musk put up a new poll. General Amnesty. Do they have the tweet here on Axios? They don't. But this time, when he tweeted a poll saying, should he provide general amnesty? It was like 72 million saying yes. Now hold on there a minute there, partner. How is it that when he was saying, should I unban Trump, it was almost 50-50. But then when he says, should I unban everyone, even the worst of the worst, it's 75% of people. 72. Maybe. Because Elon Musk purged the bots after the first poll because it was a honey trap. There you go. Well, now the corporate press is losing their minds. Axios reports, Elon Musk is promising to reinstate more banned Twitter accounts, even as a coalition of groups is out with a fresh warning that online hate is on the rise. It's another risky bet by Twitter's free speech espousing owner that he can dial back enforcement of content rules without releasing a torrent of racism, anti-Semitism, and anti-LGBTQ speech that could further erode the service's already shaky advertising base. Driving the news, Elon Musk said in a tweet on Thursday that he would offer amnesty starting this week to previously banned accounts provided they hadn't broken the law or engaged in egregious spam. The move followed an unspecific unscientific poll, I love how they say that, of his Twitter followers showing support for such a move. After a similar poll, Musk earlier reinstated the accounts of President Trump, who was previously suspended from Twitter after his tweets helped incite January 6th. Incredible. What did Trump tweet on January 6th? Please be peaceful. We're the party of peace. We respect law enforcement. They're lying, but they can't control the narrative anymore. And so they're falling, they're spiraling, and they're doing whatever they can in desperation to stop him. Uh-oh. The stupid, ignorant masses are going to have access to information again. It'll be as bad as when Prometheus stole fire from Mount Olympus. Oh, heavens me. At the same time, a wave of layoffs and resignations of Twitter staff and contractors have decimated the teams responsible for monitoring and taking action against rule-breaking accounts. Oh, heavens. Meanwhile, civil rights groups say that women, people of color, and LGBTQ folk are experiencing both harassment and threats of real-world violence when they go online. According to the findings of a new poll the groups commissioned from YouGov and shared first with Axios. I don't believe them. I believe they're liars. I'm sorry. I don't believe these polls. I certainly believe there's bad things being said by bad people. Don't get me wrong. Elon Musk says those are bannable. Well, hold on. Elon says he's going to ban the people doing this. He's banning people who are doing it. And they're saying that they're experiencing it still. I think they're lying or exaggerating. There's something the leftists are doing right now where they're creating fake suspension tweets. They're trying everything in their power to pull off psyops to get people to leave Twitter. One thing they're doing is they'll create a fake tweet where it's like Elon Musk is ugly. And then it'll be like, you've been suspended for saying this thing. And they'll go, I can't believe someone got suspended for saying Elon was ugly. It's fake. Not a real tweet. People fall for it because the left is the ignorant voter. They believe this stuff. Take a look at this. Here's a story from The Hill. Vindman rips Musk as a purveyor of hate and division. I was browsing Reddit, which is a den of psyops, by the way. And I saw this tweet where they were like, Vindman is a hero and Elon Musk is bad. And Vindman was saying like, I will stand up against you, Elon. And it was like number one on the subreddit or whatever. It was like top of all. And the funny thing is, if you actually looked at the tweet in question, you would not be saying Vindman is a hero. You'd be saying like, yo, this is really weird. What's going on? Why are all of these people tweeting verbatim, identically, exactly what Vindman tweeted? Isn't that weird? And so Elon Musk didn't insult Vindman. He said he's puppet and puppeteer. Question is who pulls his strings. He didn't say F you. He didn't say you're dumb. He wasn't being uncivil. He was saying like, what's this? What are you doing? Who's organizing this? When you go to the media, all you get is this. Musk called out Vindman after a Twitter user noted he had shared the same message as a dozen other accounts. The copy-pasted message shared by Vindman and others said, kind of weird, blah, blah, blah. Musk knocked Vindman in reply. If you don't see it, you don't really understand. And so people only see this headline, Vindman rips Musk. Well, there's also this headline from the Jerusalem Post. Elon Musk calls Jewish U.S. Army officer puppet and puppeteer. Holy, are you kidding me? Now, I get it. This is the Jerusalem Post. Their worldview is based on Israel, I'd imagine, and their heritage. So they see Vindman. They see him. He's Jewish. They see Elon call him out. And so what do they take note of? Notably, him being Jewish. But I don't think it's appropriate. And I think anybody can understand that I don't see how being Jewish has anything to do with what Elon Musk is talking about. They say Elon Musk called Jewish American retired U.S. Army officer Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman both a puppet and puppeteer. Vindman is both, blah, blah, blah. Musk's tweet was in response to another one by Tablet Magazine chief technology officer Noam Blum, mocking the copy pasta. Okay, well, hold on there a minute. Noam Blum works for Tablet. Tablet's a Jewish magazine, isn't it? Which said it's kind of weird that, you know, they repeat. We get it. Musk's tweet, deliberately or not, evoked an anti-Semitic trope that Jews are puppeteers who secretly wield power over various institutions, that they are puppets of the Israeli government. Yo, that's insane. I'm sorry. Anti-Semitism is awful and it's stupid, and I really don't like it. I get particularly annoyed by the people who it's this Jewish privilege trope where they're like, oh, you know, Jewish people do that or whatever. And I'm like, dude, that has nothing to do with who they are, the individuals, the power they wield. It's just really, really dumb. When they come out and they're like, white people disproportionately have power, and I'm like, that has nothing to do with it. Certainly, you can understand that there's tribalism. There's ethnic tribalism, racial tribalism, religious tribalism, political tribalism. That I get. But it's just stupid when these people come out and they try to claim that being Jewish has something to do with, like the media or the power they wield. When it's specifically like, I love bringing this up. I'm like, yes, right. Shane Smith, the Irish Canadian guy who became a billionaire and created a woke media empire. Yeah, what? It's incidental that someone happens to be Jewish, like Dave Chappelle pointed out. A lot of black people in Ferguson, they don't run the place. I don't like people using identity as an excuse. It's ideology behind it. But anyway, the Jerusalem Post is invoking this. Elon didn't. Elon's like, this guy is spamming. They're bots. He didn't say spamming necessarily, but he's like, they're all just repeating each other. They're human bots. And then they come out and they're like, aha, he's trying to invoke. No, he's not. And this is an inversion of that. Stop trying to act like any criticism ever is anti-Semitism. Actual anti-Semitism is actual anti-Semitism. Coming out and blaming Jewish people for stuff, okay, that I get. Ilhan Omar, she did what I refer to as crop dusting anti-Semitism. When she actually said things like it's all about the Benjamins and, she made a tweet about dual loyalties and stuff like that. Like that I get. Elon Musk criticizing a single dude for spam tweeting? Come on. It's so dumb. I'll tell you why they're freaking out, though. Take a look at this. We have Andy No, a violent extremist propaganda site that makes printable radicalization texts for Antifa, has been suspended under Elon Musk's Twitter. Crime Think wrote materials brainwashing readers into violent hatred of the state, police, and property. And Elon Musk said, I don't know if I have this, he said, I don't know, in response to this, he basically said violence will be banned. I have a couple more tweets I want to show you. Liz Wheeler says, if Apple and Google boot Twitter from their app stores, Elon Musk could produce his own smartphone. Half the country would happily ditch their biased snooping iPhone and Android. The man builds rockets to Mars. A silly little smartphone should be easy, right? And Musk said, I certainly hope it does not come to that. But yes, if there's no other choice, I will make an alternative phone. Shout out to our good friend from Eve6 who responded, you are killing it, and I know I speak for all your fans when I say you do not sound dumb at all, and this isn't hilarious because it's so dumb. Ignore the haters. Also, you dropped this crown. My guy, Max, this kind of tweet breaks my heart, because I think Eve6 actually is really good. I grew up listening to that pop punk stuff. You may know them from Inside Out. I would swallow my pride. That song. And they also have Promise. They have Here's to the Night. They actually have a bunch of songs. And people are like, they're one wonder. I'm like, no, they're not. Remember this song? And they go, oh, yeah, wow. It's like, no, they had a handful, man. But why do you want to be a reply guy to Elon Musk? Saying something that's meaningless and not an argument. Whatever, man. If that's who you want to be, far be it from me. I don't. Elon Musk saying he wants to make smartphones. It actually is not that difficult. I mean, it's not like it's super easy for the average person, but you can do it. There are factories that will that can mass produce Android phones. Elon can take the open source Android or Linux software, put it on a phone, and create an app store. It's not the hardest thing in the world. Liz Wheeler's right. He builds rockets he's building a rocket to go to Mars. Why be a reply guy? If that's what you want to be, that's what you want to be. But this is why they're scared of Elon. He has the power. Ah, yes. This woman whose name I won't say, but you can see on the screen. She says, multiple sources have reached out to me that with one name, Kaz Nejatian, the COO of Shopify, who keeps stepping in personally to protect Shopify accounts linked to terror and violence. Oh, my. This is not a principled decision. It's a political one. Toby Lutke, the CEO of Shopify, said, Shopify has a published acceptable use policy and a principled process to apply it. Pressure groups on all sides try to influence it sometimes, and CBC needs to see through that, not amplify bad faith narrative. And Elon says, good for you. Changes are coming, my friend. We're pushing back. Cancel culture is dying. We started building a parallel economy, and there is nothing they can do to stop it. And boy, are they getting so sad. Shopify said no, because the cancel culture people don't wield the power anymore. It's thanks in part to people like Elon Musk with a power move of buying Twitter, and they're out for him now. But the media is dying. CNN's dwindling. Staffers getting laid off. We are winning the culture war. And along with it, it does mean that some bad people are going to reemerge with nasty opinions. So be it. I am an adult human being who understands that at any moment I could be attacked by a bear or a mountain lion or even kicked by a deer. Look, I live out in, we live in the mountains, and not the craziest mountains, but we're in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and they call it the mountains. And there are wild animals. There are raccoons. Sometimes they're rabid. They're dangerous. There's dangers out there. The least of my worries is naughty words. Yeah, I have like 9 deer on my property every day I come out. And, they run away. They're not scary. I'm not really worried about the deer. I'm worried about them jumping in front of my car and me slamming into it. I am infinitely more concerned about driving 35 miles an hour down the road and then a deer jumps out and boom, because it's happened to our guests before. I'm not so worried about your mean words, dude. I think good ideas will win. And I think hate loses. Now, hate does drive a lot on the internet. And there are things we can do about that. But I think ultimately people don't want to feel that way. Anger drives a lot. So there is a lot we have to do to push back. But I'm glad to see the amnesty is here. Alex Jones, Milo Yiannopoulos, Laura Loomer. I look forward to welcoming all of them back to the platform. It's going to be fun. And there's going to be some bad with it. But we'll deal with it because we're adults. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 1 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.